So just see that it is actually working and that I am live. My Facebook page. Welcome. It was 2 weeks ago because I have run free course during this week. So I haven't actually, I didn't do a live last week because I ran my 5-day Get Clients Retreat this week. So I wanted to share a little bit about something that I talked about today in one of the bonus trainings. So if you're watching this on replay, please let me know. And if you're watching live, please let me know. This is the last week. I will run it at 9. I run it now, 9 p.m. Central European time. So from next week, I'm going to run it a little bit earlier. It's going to be 4 p.m. Central European time and during the daytime. So this is the last time I will do this late live. So from next week, it's 4 p.m. Central European time. 5 p.m. Central European time. I'm gonna schedule it a little bit earlier because I'm changing time zones after Christmas. So I want to change the time a little bit. So I wanted to talk to you about something that we talked about today. It was actually day 1 in my 5-day challenge. And that is something that I believe everybody needs to look at their offer and look at their lead generation and ask themselves when you join my group, you answer a question. So I have a question: what is your biggest struggle? And people answering what kind of struggle they have. And I did a little bit of a research before I did my 5-day launch because I used it in my 5-day launch. So I asked people, what is your biggest struggle? And out of 78 people answering the question, 42 people said the biggest problem they had was getting clients. So that was number 1. Number 2 was getting more leads or getting leads. And number 3 was sales. So what I want to say with that is that I know that is the biggest problem, right? But I know from experience when the clients join my program or my coaching, the problem is not always they're not getting any clients, they are not getting any leads, they're not getting any sales. It's actually that they don't know their dream client enough. So they have never ever done any kind of market research. And it's like we think we know what kind of struggles they have, how the struggles make them feel. We think we know what kind of goal they want, their long-term and the short-term goal, without even asking. And then we start talking about what we think they have, what kind of problem we think they have. But what we need to understand is that we need to talk about the top of the mind problems. So for my clients, I'm going to take it as an example because it's easier, right? Those 76 or 76, 79 people that answered, and 44 of them said, my biggest problem getting clients. I know that the biggest problem to not getting any clients is that you don't know your dream client. So if I started to talk about, to attract these people, if I start talking about how to know your dream client, they wouldn't listen because they don't think they have a problem with that. So what do I need to do? I need to talk to that kind of need. What they say they have, what kind of problem they say they have, what kind of struggles they say they have, and what kind of result do they want. It's not the same what you think they need or what you know they need or what kind of problem you think they have. It's not the same thing. You can't sell what you know they need. You need to sell what they actually want to buy. And they want to buy a result. They want to buy some kind of result. and they want to buy the solution to their problems. But it needs to be their problems, not the one that you think they have. And that is something I see a lot. And that is a huge part of not getting any clients, is that we don't talk their language. We don't talk to their needs, whatever they feel and how it makes them feel. Because in the end of the day, people buy with emotions. The one that click and buy, they buy with emotion. And if you can't speak to that emotion, if you can't speak to that need of your client, they're not going to click and buy. They're not. And the like, know, and trust, they're not going to trust you until they feel they connect with you somehow. And the easiest way to build like, know, and trust is to talk to people's needs. And I see a lot of my clients or people that come into my group, and especially now when we did our 5-day launch, there was like almost no one that had done some kind of research and ask their clients, what do you feel around this problem? What kind of problem do you have? How does the problem make you feel? What kind of goal do you have? Short-term, long-term goal? How does that goal make you feel if you reach that goal? Why would you want to reach that goal? What would it mean to you? That is what you need to talk about. And what happens is that when we don't know that, we start talking about what we think they want to hear. But that is not what's going to attract them. You can just look at yourself. I mean, if you feel like that you want to learn how to cook, let's say you want to learn how to cook vegan food, and the thing that you're looking at is, let's say your problem with vegan food is that you think it's really expensive. So the big problem for you that it's expensive. I can't cook vegan food because it's so expensive. And then you go out there and you want to learn to cook vegan food, but you think it's too expensive. So then there is a coach talking about how healthy vegan food is, that you should learn how to cook it because it's so healthy. Would you listen? Probably not. But if the coach starts talking about what problem you actually have, that learn how to cook vegan food the cheap way without spending a lot of money, then all of a sudden you would listen. So that is a huge difference. And we get so caught up in our own solution to problems that we haven't even looked if there is a problem out there. So we start by creating a problem in our head. Then we actually create the solution to that problem. Then we go out and we try to find the people with that problem. It should be the other way around. You need to go out and find the problem first. Then you should create the solution to that problem that actually is there. Otherwise, you are going to talk to nobody, because the problem that you are talking about, your dream client might have that problem, but it's not in top of their mind. So what we need to do, and it's like when in my program, we craft high ticket one-to-many offers, like group programs, high ticket group programs. And then it's really important because we sell them without doing sales calls. So we sell them with live launches. And then it's really important to know this. If you don't know and speak to their needs, whatever they want to hear, you're not getting any sales in the end of the live launch, because they're not going to connect with you. They're might be there all 5 days or 4 days or how long your launch is, but they are not going to buy because you don't connect with them. Because you talk around their problem. They have like 1, 2, 3 problems in top of their mind. And that is what you need to talk about. The feelings around this problem. The first one that actually clicks and buy is the emotional buyer. That is the buyer that from inside here feels connected with whatever you say. It's not about what inside your program or anything. It's just the result that you can provide and the solution to the problem that she says she has, not the problem that you think she has. That is not the same thing. And somewhere along the way, we need to do our market research. There are so many people that they're not doing any kind of research. They're not interviewing any kind of clients. They're not doing sales calls. And I really recommend you in the beginning to do calls. Even if you don't have an offer that is over 1,000, you might have an offer that is 500. Do some calls, because a sales calls, a strategy call, or whatever you want to name it, it should be a two-way communication. And that is a really good way to gather a lot of information. So let's just say you have like 10 calls, and you ask all those people that book those calls, what is the biggest problem you have? And how does that problem make you feel? And what kind of goal do you have? Where are you going? What do you want? What is your main result that you actually want, long-term and short-term? You write all this information down, then you have the perfect like emotional pain point result bank to use when you are talking online. Even if it's in a post, live video, doesn't matter, live video, talking in a post, picture, whatever. And as soon as you start talking to your dream client's needs, you are actually going to elevate online pretty quickly, because you can just look online, there is not so many people doing it. So if you want to elevate and you want to stand out among all the other people in your niche or in your market, you can easily do that by start doing some kind of market research. You can interview clients. You can do sales calls. I really recommend you to do sales calls. You learn a lot by doing sales calls. That is something you can do. You can have like questions when they join your group. So you actually ask them, what is your biggest problem? I do that. I don't do that to pitch. I just collect all the information. What kind of problem do you have in what? I ask what kind of business you are in, and what is your biggest problem. And I have that collected in just like a Google form. So I have everything, or a sheet. I have everything collected. So I can easily see among 100 people, what is the top 3 they say they have a problem with. That is what I should talk about. So even if I talk about like elevate above the noise, or if I talk about how to know your dream client, I need to aim it for this 3. So it could be like, know your dream client and get more leads. Talk your dream client's language and get more clients. You see the difference? All of a sudden, all the people that said, I'm not getting any clients, I can't get any leads, they are going to listen, because they don't think they have a problem with the dream client, but they know they have a problem in getting leads or getting clients, right? So that is a huge difference. And just that little change, and spend a couple of weeks doing some kind of some kind of market research. It's pretty easy. You can do it in groups. You can do it in your own Facebook group. You can do it in by asking on your Facebook. Stories are really good. Yes and no. Yes or no. Right? Swipe this heart or the funny emo right if you have this problem. So that is how we need, everything starts there. So a lot of people, when they come in, like they have a program they have created for a problem, they have this perfect solution to a problem. So it's not the program isn't wrong, because it's going to be the same program, but they have created a program aimed for a problem, a solution to a problem they actually don't know is in the top of their dream client's mind. Even if the program is perfect, it's not going to sell, because people, you don't buy what you don't think you need. You buy what you think you need. You don't care about if anybody else said, no, that is not what you need this. You don't care. You want to buy what you think you need. So when I was in fitness, I had a program that didn't sell at all. It was a weight loss program for women. And I tried to sell what was inside the program, and it was like, learn how to count calories. It was getting start doing cardio. It was gym training, change the way you see food, how to cook healthy food, all these boring things. This was what I was trying to sell. So it could be like, do you want to learn how to cook healthy food? Nobody wants that, right? It wasn't what they wanted. They wanted to lose weight. The top of the mind was to lose weight. So when I started to focus on that one instead, so I started to be like, do you want to lose weight without dieting? Do you want to lose weight without giving up the cupcake? Do you want to change the way you see food and lose weight? I always aim for the lose weight, because the lose weight was the problem that was in top of my dream client's head. Even if I sold the same program, but I aimed it for what they actually said that they wanted. Instead of talking about things that I knew they needed, because I knew they needed to count calories, I knew they needed to work out, I knew they needed to change the way they saw food. I knew all that they needed. And I tried to explain it for them. You need to do this. But they don't care. That is not what they want to buy. They want to buy lose weight. So when I flipped the focus, same program, I sold the exact same program. It was just how I communicated the value inside the program. And I was aiming for my dream client's needs. And what she actually said to me was in top of her mind what problems she had. Then all of a sudden the program sold like crazy. Everyone wanted to lose weight without dieting. Everyone wanted to lose weight without giving up the cupcake, right? But they didn't want to buy a program telling them you need to start working out, you need to do this. What was inside the program, that you can't sell it. People don't want to buy it because it's not what is in top of the mind. They don't sit home like thinking, yeah, my biggest problem is that I don't work out. No, her biggest problem is that she couldn't lose the weight. So you need to do your market research. You need to ask your audience, your dream client, everything about her feelings. How does it make you feel? When we do our like live launches and we transit from the teaching part to the selling, we aim for the problems, for the pain point first. That is what we aim for first, because that is the emotions that is the biggest. It's the biggest emotion your clients have. It's the pain points. So you aim for the pain points, emotions, bam, emotional buyers. They are the fastest ones to buy. So we aim for that. So when we aim for that and you tell them you want to leave that and you want to go here, and that should be the result that your dream clients wants. For my dream clients, when I was in weight loss, it was losing weight. So I aimed for that one. Not getting fit. That was not what they wanted. Not like start eating healthy food. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to lose weight. So they wanted to lose weight. So I aimed for the pain points, and then I aimed for the result, and then you can sell. That is the biggest problem. And sometimes it's just that we are lazy because we think we know our dream client, and we say, yeah, but I know my dream client. I know her perfect inside and out. I even know what kind of perfume she has. Well, that doesn't matter if you're not selling perfumes. Who cares what kind of perfume she has? Nobody. But you need to know the feelings, emotions. Emotions is the biggest part in selling your stuff, because you can't ever, the emotion, people buy with emotion first. And then you have some people that the strategy mind, the part in the brain that is strategy takes over. So first they want to click on the button and buy because the emotions tell them to do it. And then the strategic part of the mind take over and say, no, wait a minute, we need to check this. But the emotional buyer, that is the click and buy. They buy right away. They just join because they know this is what I need. So I need to join here. This person talked directly to what's inside of me here. So I need this. And that is what we are aiming for. And that is a huge part of not getting any clients, that you actually don't know your dream client. You think you do, but you don't. That is a huge, huge part of it. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's an easy thing to do, because you can just go out and ask questions. You don't need to spend so much time on it. Ask questions, gather information, choose top 3 things or top 4 things. Just talk about this. And I have like from 70, let's say it's what 80 people. Out of those, it was like 45 people said biggest problem clients. Second biggest was getting leads, and there were 9 people. out of 77 people, 9 people. So it wasn't that much, but I need to talk about it. And then there were 2 people saying, my biggest problem is I'm not getting any sales. I can't sell. So if I want to attract my audience pretty quickly, I need to talk about how to get clients, not talk about branding or something like that, because they don't think they have a problem. So if you want more clients, if you want to attract your audience and get more clients, you need to know her. And when I say know her, no, not what kind of perfume she has. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you don't sell perfume, then it's really important. But otherwise, it's the emotions you need to understand. You need to understand where she comes from. And even if this is your own story, a lot of us built our business from our own story. It doesn't matter if it's your own story. Her emotions isn't the same as yours. Nobody feels exactly the same way. For you, the top problem might be something, but for them, the top problem they think they have is something else. You want the same thing, but you are facing different kind of struggles. And it's not you are going to help. You already got the help. You are helping other people. So you need to ask them what kind of problem they have. You can't assume that you know. I mean, that is assuming things that you have no idea. You can't ever know how another person feels. It's impossible without asking them. You can put yourself in the situation, but what I might think is my biggest struggle isn't another person's biggest struggle. And you need to aim for like the top 3 of your dream client. But I am my own story, right? And for me, it could be like I didn't know my dream client. So I think everybody else has the same problem, but they don't feel the same struggles. They feel something else. A lot of them feel that they're not getting any clients, and it could be like they are invisible online, but they don't understand that is the issue, that they don't stand out online enough. So I just wanted to talk about that because it's so easy to do the market research. So instead of spending hours trying to generating leads without even knowing if you speak at all their language, start by put a week in doing market research. And I can promise you, if you gather all that information, you put it in a bank, and the week after you start talking about all this that you have gathered, instead of talking what you think they want to hear, you talk about what they say they actually have a problem with. I can promise you that you are going to get attention. I did actually the same. I did the same live in one group, and the one live I named with close clients with the doing something. So it was close client with XX, and then the other was it was close clients with webinars. So no, close clients with masterclasses. And then I had the other one. It said masterclasses are not dead. It's the same thing, how to do masterclasses. But people signed up for the one of them and didn't sign up for the other one, because they just think the top of their head, getting clients, and they click and they join. They didn't want to join the other one, even if it was the same speech. I used exactly the same speech. This was just at one people signed up and one they didn't. That is a perfect example. So as soon as I have the title and everything that I talk about is aiming for top 1, 2, 3, that is in your dream client's head, all of a sudden people that pay attention. When you talk over here about things you know they need, that they actually don't think they do, you don't get attention. And it's so easy, really easy, to just spend a week doing market research instead of spending hours on social media doing different kind of post that gives you nothing. In the end, it gives you nothing because nobody listen. So do some market research and start in that end with your client. And in my program, we do validation every step of the day. Every step we go out there and we validate every step. So we make sure that this is something that my audience wants. This is something that my audience needs. This is a problem that my audience are facing. So we don't end up creating things that nobody wants to buy because nobody thinks they have this problem. They might have the problem, but they don't think they do. So you can't sell it. It's that easy. So it's how everything ends up in market research. But we are aiming so quickly for the shiny thing that we see other people crushing it online. So we are aiming so fast for that we jump over the most important step, and that is the foundation in every business. That is to know your customer, your audience, your clients. Without knowing that, it's going to be hard to build a house. Without have the foundation set and strong, it's going to be hard to build a house that is really large, because it's going to start cracking somewhere along the way. And knowing your dream client and knowing her needs, talk her language, is one of the keystones in the foundation of a business, especially when we do live launches, webinars, masterclasses, because your talking like this is the reason they buy or not. So I just wanted to talk about that. So from next week, I'm gonna go live at 5 p.m. Central European time. So it's 4 hours earlier from next week because I'm moving time zones in January, and so I'm preparing a little bit for that, and I have a lot of clients coming in, so I'm gonna move things around, and I have replanned from December how I work. So I will see you next week at 5 p.m. Above here there is a link to I'm gonna run a 5-day how to craft high ticket masterclass. So it's close clients with masterclasses, and that link is above. So if you want to join, that I talked about today, I talk about it a lot inside that program. So if you want some help with this is a really good way to join and spend some time, figure this out, and actually implement this into a masterclass or a webinar, craft it and launch it in January, and close clients. So I join, the link is above. So I will see you next week. So have a lovely evening or day, and see you next week. Bye.